gentlemen, I am uh one fourth of the Dank Dad Sportscast. I'm your boy Vegas with Vinci. And tonight we saw a great game against the North Dakota State against Colorado. And it's pretty it was not what everybody expected, but exactly what I expected. I definitely saw this coming a mile away. And I just want to say that all you motherfuckers out there that I told, I'm coming to with these receipts. Yeah, they didn't cover the spread. They had 10 and a half. They didn't cover 10 and a half. And let me tell you something. North Dakota State was the worst game they could have gave Deion Sanders. And Deion Sanders himself even said, damn, my AD picked this for the first game. Those guys have been playing together longer than any other team in college football. That was a bunch of guys who had no problems. They weren't nervous at all. They weren't nervous one fucking bit, and they came in there and punched Colorado right in the mouth. All four quarters. Deion Sanders barely won that game. And I love Deion Sanders. I'm a Deion Sanders fan, 100%. I am. I have been his biggest fan. My friends will tell you I've always loved Deion Sanders, and I would like to see Deion Sanders win. The only unfortunate thing about it is that when you come in and walk in with your Louis luggage, and then you're telling young men that they're going to have to go, they're not good enough, and all that shit, all this, everything he came in there with, and then had a reality show, started putting the names on the back of the jerseys, and I just felt like that team wasn't built on real football fundamentals. And tonight, it really showed. You let a non-power five come in there and really get to the business. And next week you got Nebraska and Lincoln. I don't know how you think that's going to work. And that crowd in Lincoln is way more insane than that crowd because you never let your crowd get going. You guys were mostly down for the most parts of the game. And if not, you only about 4 points. And barely won the game. You won't speak to reporters. It's Deion's way or the highway. You brought your shoes. You brought your sons. All the reality shows. You guys had a full reality show going on. I mean, yo, at some point in time, it just looks a little bit of a family business instead of Colorado football business. I even saw a video with Shiloh Sanders. Shiloh Sanders somebody was clowning Shiloh and was like, man, you old as shit. And he was like, yeah, I know I'm supposed to be in the NFL a long time ago. But when you got a family business, you got to make certain sacrifices. So it starts to lead me to believe, what does the family business start and where does Colorado football begin? I would love to see Deion Sanders have a great career at Colorado. I don't want to see him fail. But I think that the angle he's taking is taking kind of one of those black church preacher moves where, he don't believe that nothing's wrong. It's all about what I say, what I do. And I knew something was wrong when two things happened in Colorado. And it kind of showed that there's something going on wrong. A lot of kids transferred out of Colorado. But the kid that transferred was the Edwards kid, the running back. And he's been with Deion since he was like 9 years old. When he transferred, I was a little skeptical, like, what the hell is going on? And he said he didn't want to compete. Deion called him and said, will you compete for the starting running back job? He didn't want to compete, so he went somewhere else. I kind of understood at the time, but it still sounded fishy. My second hint was when the daughter left Colorado. When he got her mom and says, hey, I never wanted to be here. He made everybody come here for this, that, and the third. I didn't really know what it was about, but there's some family turmoil there. Then I seen other kids leave the program. And I seen the Kamari McLean thing. And a lot of people took advantage of that. A lot of people wanted to poop on Kamari McLean. And Kamari McLean said he wanted to go to a program where it wasn't clicks and likes. And it was based off of football fundamentals. Kamari McLean said that shit. And so tonight, after seeing what the daughter said to Deion, and then he called her stupid because she didn't want to stay in Colorado. He said her leaving Colorado was stupid. Which, hey, he's allowed to say whatever he wants. That's his daughter. I can't criticize him, but I thought the fact that he called her stupid in public was a little. He either said that she was stupid or the decision was stupid. So I just want to be clear that that's what he said. He said one of those two things. He said that either she was stupid or the situation was stupid. I can't quite remember, so I don't want to be misquoted. But when she left, I knew something was wrong. And then when the Edwards kid left, I knew something was wrong. Now, tonight, I knew something was very wrong when I saw the running backs that they had to replace Edwards. Those running backs that they had tonight, they weren't better than that kid. And that kid was versatile. Tonight they played two running backs. They played two running backs, and they had a smaller back and a bigger back. And neither one of those guys were anywhere on either side of the durability, of the speed, of the power. None of it. They didn't produce much. That defense from North Dakota State kept these guys on their heels constantly. And I mean constantly. And listen, even in the hardest moments, these guys smacked these guys in the mouth. These guys made it rough for Shedeur Sanders back there. Shedeur Sanders seen a fucking rough day back there. And that pick that he threw, that was the most unlucky pick Shedeur could have ever thrown. Hit the guy in the back of the calf and the shit bounced up. I mean, shit just happens like that. But those guys were coming for Shedeur's ass as well. I don't think it gets any better from here. I just don't. And I hope that it goes well for Deion. I hope Deion goes into the damn playoffs. I do, but to my honest opinion, I don't see that happening at any point this season. I see this being a hard fall. And not only is it a hard fall, that there's so many people waiting to see Deion fall. There's so many Paul Feinbaums and so many coaches across college America that want to see Deion Sanders fall. It's a lot. It's a lot of people that want to see him fall. And to see him build this team off of clicks and likes and reality shows and fried chicken commercials and sneakers and sunglasses and shit, I'm not mad at him for getting his bag, but he didn't build that Colorado program off of real football fundamentals in the show tonight in a very major way, playing up against a team like North Dakota State. These guys have been together for a very long time, a lot of chemistry and a lot of synergy. And they played that way tonight. And they were fearless. They didn't give a fuck about nothing about Colorado. And so it doesn't get any better from here. So I'm dying to see what it's going to be like tomorrow morning to find out exactly what this fucking shit looks like tomorrow morning on ESPN. I want to see how they lay this shit out. It is 10 o'clock West Coast time right now. I want to see how they're going to articulate this and how they're going to play this to the left or to the right. Are they going to tell the truth? Yo, you guys losing to a non-Power 5 school, you guys, well, I mean, I don't want to say they lost, they won, but still, like, come on. You barely beat these guys. It just does not, it don't smell too good. Listen, like I said, I'm 1/4 of the Dank Dad Sportscast. Who's my brother Jada, Jeffrey Flexen, and my boy, Mr. Pat Stackerfee. We are the Dank Dad Sportscast, man. I want to thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna be doing this shit every week, man. It's football season, man. I'm so excited to do these podcasts every Thursday night after the games are played. Also, too, I'll do them throughout the whole NFL games, whole 9 that we can touch, that we don't all together at the same time. But I want to drop these little casts like this, man. It was amazing. And yo, let's see what the news is going to be tomorrow. How are they going to spin this? Are they going to be on Deion's side, or are they going to say, hey, if you had problems with these guys, just imagine the problems you're going to have down the road? Like I said, I'm your boy Vegas. I'm from the Dank Dad Sportscast. Salute, and we're out.